This is our 33-year-old camper van that we bought off Facebook Marketplace.
Last week you saw us give this 1993 Talbot Express a long overdue clean.
Yucky.
Oh, nasty. Yeah, let that all fall.
And on today's video, we'll run you through everything that we've noticed is wrong with it, such as...
The door card's not attached, the aerial's broke, we've got one flat tyre, we've got a tiny oil leak, the door panel's loose on this one and the radio doesn't work, the speedo doesn't work, there's a lot of damp on the ceiling, the fire extinguisher's 9 years out of date, the flyer nets are a bit broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights don't work. One smoke alarm that doesn't work. No light in the bathroom, and the flyer net's broke.
So that's our to-do list. As you can see, there's quite a bit to do, but there's not anything that concerning. Most of it is inside as well, and most of it is just cosmetic as well. And some things we might not even need to keep. So Sam's just going to explain what it is in detail now that we think we'll need to do.
So first on the list, we've got our door cards. As you can see, they are talking to us.
Hello.
But it's not as bad as it looks. So I'm hoping it'll take about 40 minutes to do both sides. And I've got some fixings that I did on another car and I'm hoping they fit. Worst case scenario, it's a cable tie job. But yeah, take all these screws off, make sure that the fixings are in situ and they're not rusted. Put it back on. With this antenna, we're not too worried about it because we're not really going to use the radio. Any tunes we have on will probably be through Spotify, but this will probably be a case of we'll actually just take it off so it's not wiggly wobbling about. So the tyre, again, we're not worried about. We'll put loads of air in it and see if it holds up, but it's been stood a while, so it kind of just give air after a while. If it does need replacing, we have got a spare and then we'll just get that replaced. That's no biggie. Oil, again, I'm not concerned. It's old, it's going to be leaky. I'll be leaky when I'm old. It's not from the sump is clean and it is serviced regularly, so no worries with that. Same with this side, we've got to take it all off. It's not as bad as the passenger side, but with this one, I need to check the connections on the radio. But, you know, when you're taking on somebody else's project, you kind of got to undo everything they did to figure out why and then put it right. But I'm hoping it's just a bad connection and it's not like a rat's nest, but old things, old problems. But yeah, hopefully another simple job. The speedo doesn't work at the minute. Again, I'm not too worried about that. We're not going to be breaking any speed records in this. You're lucky if it's going 55 or above. The thing that I am concerned about is it won't track how many miles we've done. So as it stands, we've done 98,844. Now the reason I'm not too concerned about it at the minute is this was MOT'd at 98,500-ish. So it's worked. It was MOT'd a week before we bought it, so it's done 300 odd miles. So the guy we bought it from, whether he was telling the truth or not, we don't know, has just said it's gone. Hopefully we'll drive it a bit, and then if it comes back and works and comes to life, great. If not, I'm hoping it's a case of taking the dashboard off and just checking the speedo drive. I had that same thing happen with an old Caddy, and it was just that the speedo had come off the cable. So hopefully that's another quick fix. So one thing we didn't speak about on the list is the pedals or the foot position. So normally when I'm driving, I'll have my heel kind of on the floor, foot to the floor, and drive it that way. But because this has got like a bend or a groove in it kind of thing, you can't put your foot to the floor because of the groove. So if I try and drive it like that, you can see my left foot is well off the floor. So I kind of have to like tilt it. Now, a few people have kind of either cut these off and made them either longer or shorter, depending on your driving position. But yeah, there's a few internet forums about that. Might just be a case of using a pillow or adjusting it, or some people have put like a mat underneath so it's all one. But yeah, I don't think it's too big a problem now, but when we're doing 4, 5, 6 hour journeys and we're driving across Europe, yeah, that's going to be a pain. So yeah, we'll look into that. I'm not worried about it now, but my feet might be worried about it later.
This is the radio that Sam mentioned earlier. I don't remember ever seeing one looking like this, to be honest with you. I've only really known AUX cords, cables, aux cords.
Yeah, so we can put an aux cable in there or run it off USB. This is what they call a single DIN radio.
It looks very Y2K.
And I'm about that. Well, I think down the road we'll replace this with a single to double DIN radio where it'll pop up and have like the maps and stuff on there.
Yeah. Like a big screen.
I also do want a reversing camera there, but let's work with what we've got now.
Yeah, that's for another time.
Yeah, let's not add more stuff at it. But yeah, again, when you're working with other people's wiring, you got to kind of wonder what they've been doing and why.
Yeah. So there is a lot of damp on the ceiling, both on this side and over here, and I think there's some at the back where the top bed is as well. So we don't know what we're going to do about it yet. We think we're going wait until it rains in England, because it still hasn't rained since the last video. It's been weeks I tell you. So we're going to wait, see if it leaks in. If it doesn't, happy days, we can just take this off and just redo it, or whatever we feel like, what colour it's going to be. If it does leak, however, we're going to have to think about what we'll need doing on the roof and where it's coming from. So watch this space about the damp anyway. So we have also got a fire extinguisher that I'm pretty sure expired in 2017. So we will need to get a new one. I'm pretty sure you can find these on Amazon, anywhere like that. Probably like Halfords, B&M, other places, God knows. But we will need to get one just to make sure that we are health and safety a-okay. And just in case me and Sam are scared that we might burn the camper van down, because with us, that's more than likely going to happen. We have also got a fire blanket, so we're double safe just in case. But yeah, with me and Sam, I think we'll need both just to make sure. As you can see, the blinds don't work. They barely pull down, to be fair. They are quite broken. I don't know if this is meant to come down and then hook onto something down here, because there is part of it on that side of the camper van, but not on this side. So I don't know if we'll have to find some spare parts from another old Talbot, or if we can just find one on eBay that we can just put on here. But I think this will have to come off anyway, because the netting's quite, let's say the word, fucked. So that'll have to come off anyway on both sides, I'm pretty sure. Just because these are quite handy, I feel like, definitely in summer. If you wanted the windows to be open so that flies don't come in, you have one of these down. Quite handy when you're in a pickle. So I think we will be fixing those, but again, I don't know when, because we'll need to find the spare part. As you can see, it's getting quite dark now in here. The sun is setting. We've got quite a few lights around the camper van, but there's only 2 of them that actually work. We have tried them on, I think, when we first got the van, but they didn't end up working, and we've also tried it since as well. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. We don't know if it's to do with the fuses, and that's why they're not working. So we will need to first try the fuses, then try hooking up the electrical system to the house, and then see if they don't work. If they don't work with either of those, not sure what we'll be doing. Maybe the lights are just broken. We'll just have to take them out and refit new ones. Whilst we're on the subject of lights, follow me. So this hole is where we believe there was a light. So we're going to have to refit one, because the original one is God knows where. Probably on Facebook Marketplace, probably in a dump, who knows. So we'll have to refit one of those. We'll have to fix this little fly net as well, just so no creepy crawlies get in. And then, whilst I'm just on the subject of the bathroom, thank you to everyone from last week's video or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. Thank you for your suggestions and opinions about the tiles in the bathroom. We're not actually using proper tiles. What are they?
We'll use stick-on ones rather than like ceramic or ones that you would have in a bathroom.
So we're using stick-on tiles, like plastic ones that are just sticky back, just because weight and also real tiles are expensive. So we will be using plastic ones either way. But yeah, thank you for all your suggestions. It was really helpful. Now, one of the main concerns that we have is that the smoke alarm doesn't work either. So hopefully this is just a case of it needs new batteries, and praying that it does. If it doesn't, we'll just get a new one, just because we would like to be safer than sorry. And whilst on the subject of being safe, we will also be getting a CO2 alarm as well. Not carbon emissions.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide, that's it. I'm getting them confused. We're getting a carbon monoxide alarm as well, just because we don't want to die in the van. Just safer than sorry. And whilst we're on the topic of being safe, we're in the kitchen where we'll be doing most of the cooking, which is why we need the alarms. But some of the things that we're using to decorate the kitchen with have come, so I just thought that I'd give you a little sneak peek. Now, we haven't started any of this. This is just what we were thinking. So, the tiles. These will be like the same ones in the bathroom as well. Sticky back. Very easy. Cheeky Dunarm special. This is kind of what they'll look like. If you can just use your imagination, please. It won't look like this. There won't be paper coming out of the tiles, obviously. But yeah. Voila. I quite like it. They are navy blue and light blue and grey. It might look black on the actual camera because it's dark, obviously. And then this is a light wood vinyl that will be going on the top of the countertop here. So just please use your imagination. I know it's hard to, but that's what the kitchen will look like, hopefully. And these were £24, I believe, altogether for 24 tiles, I believe. So 2 packs, 24 tiles in total, and 1 roll of vinyl for £24, which I don't think is too bad, to be honest. It definitely costs a lot more if we use real tiles, I'll tell you that. So yeah, that is what our kitchen might look like in the next video. We might be doing that in the next video. We're not entirely sure yet, just because I think we need 1 more pack just to cover the whole surface area to make sure. So what do you think? Do you guys like it? I'm currently not sure on the wood, just because of how dark this is compared to that. But we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens.
So as Lid's just said, the tiles, 2 packs of tiles with 12 in each and 2 meters of the vinyl wrap came to £24.50. And what we thought would be a good idea, because we'd like to take you along with this journey with us, is give you a breakdown of how much everything has cost so far. So everything so far, the van, we've got some spray paint to like kind of update the trim and to spray paint the bathroom with correct like waterproof spray paint and stuff. So far, van, spray paint, tiles, vinyl, and I'm thinking there's little bits and bobs we've bought. But so far, the budget is up to £2,944, which, considering if we'd got a different van,
yeah,
you wouldn't have even got that. So that includes...
It'd be double that easily.
Easily. That includes the temporary insurance to get us back and stuff like that. But we obviously...
Tank of fuel.
Yeah, £45, which is about halfway. But yeah, we just thought we'd update you with it. I think it'd be nice, you know, if you come on the journey with us, we'll update you with what we've got.
Yeah, we just wanted to say a massive thank you for the recent surge of subscribers and views that we've had lately. It means a lot to us, both me and Sam, just because it hasn't been long since we started this journey with the van, but also with YouTube itself. So we just wanted to say a massive thank you, and we love seeing how much support you guys are giving us as well.
Yeah, it's dead nice that people want to see, you know, the start of when we got it to what we plan on doing kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll try and put out, you know, a video every 2 weeks, but we are both working for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just thought we'd update you like with the money and stuff like that, how much we've spent, how, you know, what you guys can do and stuff like that. And it's like not overwhelming, but it's so nice to like, you know, everybody's been dead supportive. You know, we were asking about the tiles last week, and then I was asking how to get the tar off, and everybody's been like, try this.
Yeah.
This community would do this. Honestly, it's so nice. So if you do enjoy it, please feel free to subscribe. We're so close to 1,000, which is mind-blowing.
Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, massive thank you. If you like it, feel free to subscribe and all like and all that YouTuber stuff.
And if there's anything that you would like to see in the next week's videos, the coming videos, just any questions you've got about the van, just leave them in the comments below and we'll try and answer them as well. But other than that, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Doobie scoopy doo. Doobie scoopy doo.
What have you just spelt?
Well, I've spelt cheese right. Sam has spelt chess.
It's funny because you tried to
Chess-a.
like take the mick and you got that wrong.
Chess. I haven't got it wrong. I've spelt it right, unlike someone.
No one's believing that. Chess.
Chess. Chess. Do 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 do. Dooby scoopy-noo. Dooby scoopy-noo. Made this guy super gay, super horny. Ready.
But it's not as bad as it looks. So with these, I'm hoping it'll take about 40 minutes to do both sides. I've already got some, I don't know what they're called.
PVC glue.
No.
DW40.
No, but I have got some of that.
Joints. Bolts.
I can't remember what they're called.
Fixer-uppers.
Fixings, we'll say.
Thingy-my-bobbies. Bobettes.
I have got some fixings.
Is that what they're called?
They are for now.
Okay.
Get out my arse.
No. Never. That's how Richard Hammond has his stance. I told work about my crush on Richard Hammond, David Tennant and Robert Downey Jr. today. They said, I've got a type. I said, no, that's when I was 8. And then they said, what's your type now? And I was like, everyone. And they laughed at me.
Me when...
when you,
Insert phallic
when
joke
you,
now.
when you, the life behind the scenes. I'm always doing your job. I'm always doing your job.
This is like the most that I've been on cam.
It really is though. How do you feel with your close up?
I am the stink.
Silky smooth.
No.
You look like you're in deep thought.
I've
Deep-
constipated quite badly.
Deep ponder.
So the tyre...
Do it again. It's a really nice sound.
You're autistic.
Doors to be open and just... Not the doors to be open. What am I on about?